This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 213. I have tried everything, and online dating is still not working. By Evan Marc Katz of and&nbsp. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm your host, Joss Marie, and this is the show where Justin Mullick hand selects content from some of the best relationship blogs out there. And then I narrate them to you every Monday through Friday with permission from the authors. So, if there's a certain topic, author, or blog that you'd like to recommend for the show, please do. We're always looking for new relationship content, and we'd love to hear your suggestions. To get in contact with us, just come by oldpodcast.com, or you can join our Facebook group and let us know that way too. To join, just search for Optimal Living Daily in Facebook and request access. Or the shortcut link is oldpodcast.com/Facebook. But for now, let's hear today's post by Evan Marc Katz and start optimizing your life. I have tried everything, and online dating is still not working. By Evan Marc Katz of and&nbsp. Quote, Hi, Evan. I read what I purchased from you faithfully and followed everything you said. I am a 36-year-old East Indian woman living in New York City. I would say that less than 10% of the people I write to write back to me. No one is really writing to me. I did everything you said. This is incredibly frustrating, especially after I checked your blog and saw that in a question you asked about response rate, all these women said that they got at least a 50 to 60% response rate. I write to all kinds of men who are both younger and older, of all races, single and divorced, and so on. And I've been very, very careful to use all of your tips, and I read your blog faithfully. Why can't I even get a response? I feel like I'm the one outlier who can't make your tips work for me. That's my feedback. It's not working for me. Is it because I'm in New York City? If you can help, I'd appreciate it. Melly. End quote. Melly. First of all, I want to give you credit. You're doing something. Unlike most of the looky-loos who read free blogs and newsletters and don't try anything different, you put your money where your mouth is and invested in finding the one online. And now you want to know when the payoff is going to come. I hear ya, and I don't blame you in the least. However, there are a few variables that might be affecting your experience, and I'd just like to point them out to you. Since I don't know you at all, I'm just going to be objective and theorize why you might not be doing as well as you'd like. Number 1, you're not as attractive as you think. In this famous OkCupid blog post, OkCupid takes great pains to illustrate that while women think that 80% of men are below average in attractiveness, men actually have a fair appraisal of women's attractiveness. And while they still write disproportionately to the best-looking 33% of women, normal women still get plenty of attention online. I'm not saying you're unattractive. I have no idea what you look like. But if you were expecting men to be knocking down your door, take a look at the most attractive women in New York City between the ages of 25 and 35. I think you'll see why you're not getting as much attention. Number 2, your age and race do matter. Not to only have one source, but OkCupid also did a post on race. And what they observed is that yes, in fact, the percentage response that Indian women get from white men is less than they'll get from men of all other races. It's not my place to judge, but everyone's entitled to his or her preferences. Write to more Indian men, and your response rate should go up by 15%. As far as age goes, I think it goes without saying that men prefer younger women if they want to start families. Check out the preferences of the men you're writing to online instead of just writing to the men you prefer. If you're writing to men who state that they're looking for women 24 to 32, you can't be too surprised that they're not writing back. No more than a man who is 55 should be too surprised that you're not replying to his query. Number 3, you're writing to the most attractive men. The average woman will get a 30% response rate from the most attractive men. The least attractive women get less than a 10% response from the most attractive men. And it makes sense, since the most attractive men get 11 times more email than the lower-rated guys. The point is, Melly, you're dealing with men who are at the top of the dating totem pole. 35 to 40-year-old cute, successful guys in New York City. It's a seller's market, and they can afford to be choosy. Number 4, your expectations are out of whack. It's not that you're wrong for wishing that things came a little bit easier. It's that you're hoping for a different reality, which generally is not a good use of your time. In reality, failure is the default setting in dating. I don't know where you pulled up that women get a 60% response rate. Maybe one of my customer testimonials. But the reason I used it is because it's unusual and impressive. You can't judge yourself against the best, no more than I judge my writing on this blog against Philip Roth. Give yourself a break, okay? And if you think you've got it bad, go check out the numbers for men who are writing to women. It's pretty much the same, but worse, because the most attractive women receive 28 times more email than the least attractive women. Talk about fierce competition. Take a deep breath and realize that this is a process and that all you can do is make the best of it. But that doesn't mean you're done yet. And number 5, your profile and first emails aren't as good as you think. Just because I got a personal trainer at the gym doesn't mean I'm going to be on the cover of Men's Health. Just because I get guitar lessons doesn't mean I'm going to be performing like Clapton anytime soon. And just because you bought Finding the One online and rewrote your profile and tried my email technique doesn't necessarily mean that you nailed it. The best way to figure out if you nailed it are your results. If you're not happy with the results, it sounds to me like there's more tweaking to do. Try E. Serrano or my one-on-one coaching. Just do something different. Because right now, you're too close to the process to be objective about it. I just listed a few things that you can't change, your age, your looks, your race, but there are many other things you can probably do better. You just listened to the post titled, "I have tried everything and online dating is still not working," by Evan Marc Katz of unsuccessful.com. Thank you to Evan for letting us share this post with you today. And I'd just like to mention again that we're always trying to broaden our pool of relationship content, so we appreciate any of your recommendations for new topics, authors, or blogs. To get in touch with us, just visit oldpodcast.com or simply join our Facebook group and let us know that way too. To join, just search for Optimal Living Daily in Facebook and request access. Or the shortcut link is oldpodcast.com/Facebook. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you again tomorrow with a post by Eddie Corbano from lovesagame.com, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.